Hey man, so just taking a look at the account here. I mean, there's not too much I'd do differently with the targeting. I'm sure the bottom of funnel retargeting stuff, you've got that pretty nailed. So in terms of the audiences and targeting, like last 7 days, it looks like that's killing it. So I think that's all good there. With the top of funnel stuff, some ad sets you could, or audiences you could look at doing. You could probably do a 2% of the lookalike of the database. And if for Sydney, you turn the 1% off. Maybe try it out randomly. Sometimes I'd find 2% work as well as, if not sometimes better than the 1%, because usually we always use 1%. So it might become that audience might become a little bit blind to the ads or whatever. So sometimes maybe just test out just a 2% exclusive, see how that works. One other thing that I used to do with Jack quite a bit, because they run so many events, they have so many each month, is create an audience. I don't know if it's in there, but I've made them in the past just retargeted to their, not to their database, but retargeted to anyone who has visited or who has attended a anyone who has attended or purchased a ticket to an event in the last 180 days, 2 or more times. So yeah, I've done last 180 days. Anyone who's either purchased more than 2 or maybe even 3 times, you could test that one, because obviously that group are going, they know Jack, they're likely to go back to events. You could even maybe do that with DeMartini if you can get data from just DeMartini events, refined by anything that's got DeMartini in the URL. You can try that, or maybe even gone to once or twice. Test a couple of those out, and then I've also done just anyone who's gone to an event in the last 180 days 2 or more times. Lookalike of that, so you can build that out as well. Test that for an audience. That might work. Okay, I was just going to start building these out. I noticed that you've already got that there. So disregard what I said, but I might build out a couple just using 2% lookalikes. That might work as well. But maybe even that just strip back just to the source. So anyone who's purchased or completed registration more than twice in the last 180 days, that might be a good one to test as well. So I've built out those 2 audiences for you. This one's pretty small, it's less than 1,000. So, I mean, they might be super high value. I just do $10 a day just to see. It probably wouldn't do much. And then this one I've just done all the 2%, so I built that out. Now in terms of the ads, have a look. I would maybe minimize the text or chuck in some emojis to break it up just to get a bit of color. Obviously New Zealand's fine. This here, I don't know if this is meant to be like that or if there's meant to be little bullet points in there, but it just looks super hard to read for me. Break barriers now with 2-for-1 tickets. Maybe play around with the headlines. Make free. Yeah, sounds good. And, bring a friend for free. You can even flip that on its head, like 2-for-1. Like break barriers, bring a friend for free, or something like that. Maybe play around with that big chunk of that big paragraph. It just looks pretty difficult for me to actually even read on here. So I wonder what it looks like on desktop and mobile as well. So chuck in some emojis. Yeah, that's maybe just chuck in some. I think you've just maybe forgotten to add them in, or maybe Facebook hasn't updated when you've done that. So have a look there. I know we've got. Actually, no, that would be in the DeMartini account. We had a bunch of assets and videos to use, or maybe even try some without DeMartini. I know he's a pretty big focal guy. There's a few things that I'd test. I've built out those 2 audiences, so I'll launch them for you. I'll leave them turned off. Actually, I'll switch them on, but I'll turn off all the ads in it. And if you want to just you can play around with the ads, maybe fix up the copy as well. Maybe try some other images. I don't know if you got the other images, but yeah, in terms of the targeting, I think it's all pretty good. Try what I've just done there, and maybe just fix up the copy and the text in the ads. But yeah, let's give that a go.